Welcome back to Githua's Coffee Farm, and this video is about just a quick explanation, or rather reminder of how to plant your coffee properly. And the first measure is to make sure that you've measured your land correctly, and we said that from one coffee to another, the gap or the difference should be 9 feet, and that is why we are measuring. And we also said that after you've measured, you should make sure that there is a peg or that stick to ensure that you do not forget where you're supposed to dig your hole, and also where you're supposed to plant your next coffee. Where we have planted that stick should be the center of your hole. The next step is digging the hole where you planted, not planting, where you put your stick or the peg that I've been talking about. And the ideal hole for SL28 or SL34 should be 3 feet diameter and 3 feet height. So the stick that the coffee manager is using is exactly 3 feet. So the hole should be 3 feet height all round and diameter from the top to the bottom, as you can see him measuring, to ensure that we get an ideal hole, so that we also make sure that we put the right materials in the right measurement, and we give the coffee roots enough space to grow and get nutrients for our coffee plant. So you can see him measuring to ensure that his stick is exactly 3 feet and the hole is exactly 3 feet. Okay, the other step is to now ensure that the space or the gap between one coffee plant to the other is 9 feet. Like I told you, that long stick is 9 feet because we want to give the coffee plant enough space for aeration to also grow its branches for maximum production. It should also be the case with the upper coffee plant, and the one at the one at the downside, the difference again should be 9 feet, like you can see them measuring. So that is the other step. And now the other step that we want to go to is filling the hole with the right materials and with the right measurements. And the materials that we have filled the hole with, I am sorry that I did not record that part. We have put hay in the inside, and one bundle of hay should be divided into two. So you put the half in one of the hole and the other half in the other hole, and you should make sure that the hay is not compact, it is loose as you're putting it, to allow good aeration and also decomposition to take place easily. And the other space you should fill with the topsoil. As you can see, you fill the other space of the hole with the topsoil until you get to the top, and then after filling the hole, you now come and level your trench to make sure you're making a proper trench, so that when it rains, the water settles around the coffee plant and does not get wasted. So that is the other step. So we're just leveling to ensure that when it rains, the water will settle at that coffee plant. Maybe to remind you that the peg or the stick that we've put there, it is very important from the start to the planting of your coffee, because I told you that is where we are supposed to plant our coffee, because that is the center of our hole. And also the gap between the boundary or the border of your shamba to the coffee plant again should be 5 feet. This is to ensure that people have enough space to pass. You know, if there is a fence, or if you have planted some things to act as a fence, does not interfere with the coffee. The other step is now to put hay on the top, and before we put our hay, like I've told you in the previous videos, you first of all mix the topsoil with the goat manure, 2 buckets. Remember, we are preparing to plant SL28 and SL34. After you've placed your goat manure and you've mixed it with topsoil, you also add your hay for mulching. Then after that, the next important step is how you plant your coffee. Like you can see, you first of all make it loose so that it can be compatible with the soil that we are planting it to. Then just using your hand, because it's already wet, you place your coffee there with your own hands. You don't dig a hole to put your coffee, no. You just make a small hole with your own hands. Then you return your hay to make sure that when it rains, water will settle there and it will be used by your coffee plant. Again, I've also made a video in the previous videos on how to properly plant your coffee plant to make sure it is compatible. So that is our coffee. It was like 10 days old. I went to visit the farm. That is how it looked. It was trying to adapt to the weather because we bought it from a different county, and also to be compatible with the soil that is here. So as you can see, the whole shamba looks like hay. We have placed hay on each and every hole, and we planted our coffee. So we planted our coffee during sunny season, and this is because of our job nature, because we wanted to rush with time before we could get back to our job. We wanted it planted. So the other problem that we had is that the sun was really scorching, and that really affected our coffee. But we were watering our coffee with water. We could look for people to water our coffee. You can see it's still adapting. So you can see now here, it was 1 month old. Again, it was growing. I visited the farm at that time, and I just took a small video to show the progress. But now you cannot see whether we have really planted, because the 2 seedlings are very small. Like I've told you, our coffee, we planted it when it was really scorching. So you can see the coffee is now really getting dry, adapting to the weather. And this one was a major challenge to us, but we managed watering it. You see, after watering it, it was really changing quickly, and that is the good thing with coffee. Yes, you can see the hay is still there. It has not decomposed fully. Again, after some times, we will have to put other hay. That is our coffee growing, and I want to show you how it looks like right now after proper spraying. We've already done proper land preparation. So after proper spraying and after using our schedule, how the coffee looks like, that is what I want to show you. So this is now our coffee 7 months later, after we've sprayed the coffee properly. You can see when the hay has really decomposed. It has really grown, and it has also added branches. The leaves are broad. So this journey has not been easy, but your consistency is what will make your coffee grow and grow properly, and also the right knowledge. And like I've told you time and again, if you need help on how to plant your coffee, from land preparation, even if you want to lease a land and you do coffee planting, we are here to help you, because our land is a leased land for several years, enough to give us returns. And so we can help you into looking for a land to lease and plant your coffee, and to go through the legal leasing procedure. We can also help you with land measurement. We can help you with the hole digging. We can look for people to help you with hole digging. So this is just me going randomly in the farm, taking the coffee photos. You can see we have also sprayed the weeds, and they have really dried up, because that was also the other challenge that we had. Yes, so that is our coffee with proper crop management. At least now if I take a video on the top, you can see that at least we can see some plants. Then Mr. Githua was also pruning. The other important practice of coffee farming is proper pruning, as you can see, and all this we can help you with it. You can just call us or SMS us via +254. We are located in Kenya. +254 700 861 988. Don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe to this channel as we walk through this journey until we get our first berries. I know we shall all be excited when we get our first berries.